Hi, welcome back to Game Room Crafts. This is the Kid, and Pepsi and I would like to welcome you into a very special bonus video. All that said,
let's play. Today, we're playing with Mix2Mold, and I haven't done it in a while, so fingers crossed. Now, I have things that are new to me. First is, I have a couple of molds. Now, this is a chimney mold, and it comes with a little snow cap that goes on the top of that. So that's cool. And what I decided was, hey, chimneys are cool, but who goes down the chimney the most? Well, that would be Santa. And this is a, believe it or not, Santa cupcake. And what I'm going to do is I'm only going to cast the Santa part. I'm not casting the cupcake part. Because what I'm going to do is have Santa getting caught coming out of the chimney. He's very cute. He's covering his mouth. So he's adorable. I will link those in the description box below. Now, like I said, we're using Mix2Mold. I picked that up at Hobby Lobby. You can get it from Amazon, but it's in your best interest not to. If you can get it from Hobby Lobby, that is your most economical resource. You can also get it at Michael's. Again, Hobby Lobby is cheaper. This is basically, it says ceramic resin. It's an eco resin. The end. I'm also going to be using to color my Mix2Mold. The chimney is red. So I'm going to be coloring it using the Alumilite Amazing Hydrocast pigments. I'm going to be using the red, just the red. I'm not going to do anything for the snow cap because it's white, and Mix2Mold is, pure white. It's not a creamy white. It is white. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast that just straight up in white. I'm going to cast the chimney in red. Inside the chimney, there's lots of texture. So I'm going to have to make sure to rub it really well with probably my silicone stick here. And there is also on one side, there is a bell and a bowl. Now I'm not coloring that prior to because Mix2Mold does not take color prior to very well. I don't want to have to deal with 3 different colors. I'm just going to use the red. When it comes out, I will then color my bell and my bowl using my acrylic ink pens. Now this mold, it is important to note, comes with a little foam insert inside. Do not take that out. You need to have that in there to keep the center part square. You've all had that one jar that comes out wonky. And my best advice to you is in that center section, I use pool noodles. I just chop off a little, the right height, shove it in there, and there's a hole. So at the end of which I can just stick my finger in and yank it out very easy. This one on Amazon, it says use a toothpick. In the video of it, they're showing using tweezers, pulling it out. It's not that difficult. It's just the initial getting it out. So they use the bent toothpick, pluck it out. Tweezers, I think, would work well. My understanding is it takes roughly 6 ounces for the chimney itself and another maybe 2 ounces for the snow cap. So we're going to do that first. When you're playing with eco powders, it's important to remember that. Okay, so yeah, it takes 8 ounces. You put 8 ounces of your powder, but there's a lot of air in there. So here I have 10 ounces of the powder. I'm going to pour it in. Oof. Did you see that? Clumsy Kelly strikes again. Luckily, I had not opened this yet. So I have 10. I'm going to, when you add your water, because the air in there, when you add your water, it's going to shrink down a little bit. Hopefully, that will still give me enough to fill my mold. Now, I have tried every tool known to man to mix my Mix2Mold. And, hoping that it will come out okay. No lumps, right? Well, I've found that the best way to mix it, and you see here, I have a whisk, I have a scraper. The scraper is going to be there anyway because I need it to get in those detailed parts that I said will trap bubbles, and they will. I don't have a shaker table. I don't use Mix2Mold or eco resins often enough to warrant it. But what I do have is my fingers that tap, tap, tap. And I have, little tools that I can use to scrape around the sides and hopefully release any bubbles that are in there. You can use a silicone stick. You can use a popsicle stick, which I happen to have one right here. Whatever works for you. Now, I'm going to slide this back for a second while I'm mixing. I'm going to mix it first. I'm going to separate out my 2 ounces and pour that in. And then I will go in and do my, actually, no. I think what I'll do is I'll take my powder out. Hopefully that's enough. My cups don't measure. Hopefully that's enough. I might actually have to take more. Let's do the top first. I'll do the top first, and then that way I can get it out of my way. So I don't need the bucket right now. I'm going to put it down. When it's done curing, I'm going to be sealing it. Now you can seal it with wax. I've seen a lot of people do it. I like using a gloss varnish. Even my min wax, I will use min wax. And we're going to be, for us, mixing in our mica powders of the colors that I want added after the fact. So I'm basically going to be painting with my gloss varnish and then sealing it. Let's do the cover first. Hopefully that's enough. I'm going to pour my water in a separate cup because if I use my big, I will overpour. You do not want to overpour your water. Okay. And I make a little well right in the center, and then I'll drop my water a little at a time, and I'm scraping my bottom and my side. You see why using a fork works, right? Because you're basically sifting it through. And that's a little liquidy for me. So I'm going to add take a little bit more powder out of my container here. Now comes the vicious circle of Mix2Mold. Too much water, too much powder, too much water, too much powder. Now that's almost like a paste, and that's not going to work for me pouring wise. So I'm going to add just a tad bit more, and I mean very minute amount. Now Mix2Mold is a 3-to-1. So 3 parts powder to 1 part water. The problem is it's very thick that way, and I don't like it, and it makes it difficult to pour into mold. So I don't use that measurement. I usually make it up about the consistency of pancake batter. Okay, I think that's good. And here we go. Hopefully I have enough to fill up the whole thing. I have a feeling not though. Yep. Definitely not. Okay, so I very quickly grab more powder, a little bit of water, get that stirring. That's a little liquidy, so I'm going to add just a little bit more powder. Stirring those lumps out. Not really that difficult. Okay, I'm going to right down the center. I actually can add more, but before I do that, I'm going to come around here and I'm going to jiggle it. I'm going to do what I call the cake drop. Oh, again. Okay, slide him back so I don't have to move him again. Do a little bit more, very little bit more, because he's almost stoned, but not completely. So what we're going to do after we're done casting Santa and everybody's all dry, and they have to be completely dry or this won't work, is I am going to glue Santa to our snow cap. But the only way the glue will work is if both pieces are completely dry. What do I have left in here since I've been scooping? It's under a cup. I know I'm probably going to need more, but let's go ahead and try mixing it this way first. So I use that leftover from the top. How thick that is. Add more water. That's actually the consistency you get when they actually tell you 3-to-1. Very, very thick, almost paste-like. And I just can't work like that, especially if I'm doing something that has a lot of texture, like this chimney has a lot of texture. The snow cap, not so much, but it did, dips and valleys. So you do have that possibility of bubbles there. Tons of bubble possibility there. Okay, so that's mixed the way I want it. I got it to the correct consistency. Remember when I dropped that bottle? 1, 2, 3. Let's try that. Let's see. Oh, wait, there's a little drip sitting there. Come on. There we go. 4. That's more pink to me, so I'm going to add more. 1, 2, 3. Now, I've never used this before in Mix2Mold. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm assuming so because HydroCast is a ceramic resin. It's different. It's not just add water, though. There is a catalyst to it. So, kid, can you come see this? Do you think I need to add more red?
Probably. It's looking kind of pink. I will say that is a much more vibrant red.
That is. Okay, I sure hope I have enough in here. I have a feeling not. Okay, so right now, at this point, I have like 20 drops. Well, 18. 4, 8, and then 5, and then 5. Okay, let's try this and see what happens. Let's slide our mold over. I'm gonna go right down the center. Hopefully. And I'm kind of whacking it as I drop. Whoa, what? I might have actually hit the number. Okay, so I was tippy tapping, doing the cake drop thing, and I'm going to take my silicone tool and I'm just going to go right around and rub. It's the outside edge, not the inside. That's textured, so I'm just rubbing it to loosen up any bubbles. Hopefully it will cooperate and let loose. What I'm really worried about is where that bell and ribbon is, because oops, come on, inside the jar. It doesn't help me if it's outside the jar. Okay, I'm going to top it off with whatever's in here. Why do I smell smoke?
Because it was that hot outside.
No, it wasn't. I smell cigarette smoke.
I have no idea. I don't smell nothing. But to be fair, my nose is also.
Actually, come over here. You know what it is?
What?
It's the illuminate. It's the colorant. No, it smells chemically. Which, I mean, a lot of them do, to be fair. Okay, it's already starting to thicken up. So I'm just going to give it the shimmy shake. And that's that. So I'm going to clean this up and then get ready for my second cast, which is our Santa. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, we're back. And I have here 4.5 ounces of the Mix2Mold powder. 3 scoops. I put it in there and I did that to bring it down to where... Remember, I told you there's a lot of air in there. So actually, it's a little under 4.5. Somewhere between 4 and 4.5 ounces. I'm going to drop that in. And you might want to consider wearing a mask or respirator because lots of powder. Okay, now remember, Santa is being cast straight up white. And what's going to happen after the fact is the kid is going to paint jolly old Saint Nick. By the way, this is my cup that I mixed with the red Hydrocast colorant. It's been rinsed out, alcoholed, washed with soap, Dawn soap. It's stained. So yeah, things to consider. Things to consider, definitely. I want to make sure that I don't have any red on my fork here. Actually, I do, and I don't have the wherewithal to go walking around getting that mixed up. So I'm going to use my whisk instead. Okay, so here's some water. What do you think, kid? You think I got enough?
I have no idea.
I hope so. I hope so.
What sucks about Mix2Mold is you can't really do the same drop marbles in it thing.
Right.
Like, I guess you could try, but it wouldn't.
The integrity wouldn't be the same, I don't think. Yeah, when we do resin, if we're a little short, we can drop some stones or some shell or marbles, whatever, and it will raise that level. Come on, Kel. Get it together. Just dripping things everywhere. All right, so here goes Santa Claus. And I'm gonna, oh, there. I'm gonna start patting him and tapping him and squeezing him because he has a lot of detail, especially in the beard and his face. And I'm coming all the way up to where the cupcake liner starts. And then I'm going to stop. But they need to jiggle. Continue the jiggle wiggle. Do I have enough? I do.
Yay!
I actually might have put just a little bit too much. But that's okay. We can sand him down. I don't know. What do you think? Should I sand him down or should I pour it out now?
Sand it down later.
Okay.
Because Mix2Mold is not like resin. You won't have a notable color difference or anything.
Correct. Okay, so I have a little bit of extra. So I'm going to plop it in my puppy mold. Well, paw print mold. How can you tell if it's a puppy or if it's a cat?
Look up.
I'm talking about the print, the paw print. You're such a wise butt. Look up. Okay. Or listen. If she says meow, it's definitely a puppy. Okay, so we are going to let these guys finish curing up, or in Santa's case, start curing up, and we will be back. So for Mix2Mold, you can unmold it half hour to an hour. Personally, I like to give it a little bit longer, but not too long, because if you leave it in the mold too long, what happens? So the top will get dry, but on the inside, on the bottom, it's still moist. So you have to let it out, so you gotta let it breathe. So maybe about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll come back and I will demold them, and I will bring you back for that. See you in a bit. Back, and these are cured. They sat for about 15 minutes, and then I went ahead and I put them in my heat box, my curing box. So, and then they sat for another 45 minutes. So, I mean, considering Mix2Mold usually only takes an hour or two, depending on how much water you used in your make to cure. These should be done. So, first things first, I'm going to clean up all these, any extra bits that are on the side, so that they don't fall into my mold when I take it out, because then I don't have to clean that up again for the next time I use this mold. Because who knows, the next time I use it might be resin, in which case I wouldn't want Mix2Mold sitting in there contaminating my mold. And let's see, I got a little bit there. I'm going to separate out the sides. Put it there. All right, fingers crossed. Wish me luck. I'm going to, by the way, I've already taken out our cube, so it shouldn't be that difficult to unmold. The problem is I have a slice in the center, ow, of my thumb. That's what I get for, I cooked dinner last night and I sliced myself twice. Okay, so far, I don't see any bubbles. Oh, I take it back. There is a bubble right on the bottom of that ribbon. Well, one of the pieces of ribbon. This is the best way, I think, to unmold it, is to roll it up on all sides and then squeeze it. There we go. Now, that red did stain my mold. Not super concerned over it because usually stains won't carry over. However, I will wash this, considering what it did to my mixing cup and the fact that it's coming off with the baby wipe. I will wash this with soap and water before I use it again. let's take a look. The tiny bubble there. By the way, you can fix a bubble very easy if you take a little bit of the Mix2Mold powder, a little bit of water, and you can use your colorant and just boop, pop it right back in that hole. Now, if it was white, it was super easy. You wouldn't have to color it, but you would have to match color for that. For my purposes, rather than do that, I'm going to take my emery board. That's the word I'm looking for. Emery board. Yeah, done. It's gone. There's another one here. Oh, and there's another one here. See, now, when I went down, I did the sides, but I did not. When I first poured it, I didn't squeeze the bottom, and I should have. There is, you can see it. I should have squeezed and gotten all those bubbles out before I raised the rest of it up. Easily enough fixed. I can just, rather than going ahead and using my emery board, I can just take my Dremel and go all the way around and fix that. And I can fix this one too. That's a simple filing job. Well, maybe not. I don't know. You know, I have to at a certain point decide how important it is to me that that particular piece is fixed. Now kind of the bubble's gone, although there's a little bit of, on the brick, there's a little bit remainder of the ribbon. Oh no, not anymore. I just scratched it off. Yep, you can just simply scrape it off. But I'm going to take my Dremel and go right around the edge there, and then we'll be right back. And while I have my Dremel out, we'll go ahead and get Santa out of his mold, because we knew we overpoured him, and we decided we were going to just use the Dremel to fix that. Get any dried powder out of there that I don't want to be there next time. And he's clean and ready to go. Now we'll just stick him up here out of the way. Actually, he might not take too much cleaning up. Ooh, just right around the edges there. I might be able to just, instead of having to use the Dremel, just snap it off. So let's see. Just pliers. But it's still warm. Yeah, because he's still warm, that makes this part really easy. Now I'm going to let you know that if ever you're casting this and filling him up all the way, there are bubbles on each one of these points. So that is a place that you might want to pay attention to when you're pouring. Each one of these points that I'm cracking off has a bubble right on the very tip, which is interesting. And that's it. He's done. And I want him to be kind of smooth because I'm going to put him in resin, but you're going to see him. But before I do any of that, the kid is going to come in here and do some painting for us, which is going to be difficult, I gotta say, because his jacket may be red, but his beard is white. So she's going to have to come in right between there to do the red. Okay, so before I get the kid in here to color Santa, I want to see what I can do for him for my bells. So I'm going to use my gold metallic for the bell. And I need a green pen I'm thinking green for the ribbon because the whole of the chimney is red. So do I want a dark green? Let's see what I have metallic-wise, because I do have some metallic. Well, we're going to have to test them out and see which ones we really want to use. Hey, kid. Can you come here for a second? Can you bring me a piece of scrap paper, please? White. Put it right here. I'm going to test 3 different metallic greens. Tell me which one you like better.
I can already tell you it's not going to be that first one.
So not this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a lime green, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having such a hard time with my thumb. Okay.
Did you tell them what happened?
Ooh, that's very metallic-y. I did. I said I shouldn't be allowed to cook around knives anymore. And then there's...
But you're so good at it.
This one.
I think the last one.
It's for the ribbon. The bell is going to be gold, obviously.
Yeah, I think the last one.
Last one? Okay, yeah. So this one. Okay.
It's it's the most greenest looking.
It is.
Because the second one's kind of bluish and the first one's very limey.
Actually, I might have grabbed the wrong pen.
Well, either way, I like the last one. So, yippee.
Yippee, Skippy. You know, I might have. Look.
That one, no, I like the last one.
Okay.
Because that one's also kind of limey. Anyway.
Limey? Whiny.
Yes, I am.
Ooh.
Nah.
Really?
It's very bright.
Well, yeah. Christmas, darling. All right. Green goes. Green, green. Just very, 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 particular stubborn stances on things. Anyway, Santa's gonna go like that, but only after she colors him. And that's why I've decided not to take out the cover. Although I already broke the seal. Well, but maybe it won't be so bad. I don't know. What do you think, kid? Should I just take it out? Because I wasn't gonna take it out. I was gonna put the resin in and then, put Santa after you color Santa, and then put the resin. But it's loose on the top because we didn't fill it up all the way.
Yeah, if you already broke the seal, then just take it out.
Right.
You can like B7000 or cream white E6000.
I mean, I could, but I don't know. So you don't think we should resin him on?
I don't know how well the two mediums would mix.
Oh no. Well, first of all, let's make sure that this. Oh, how cute! And then he's gonna sit on top of it like that, like, oh, you caught me.
Yeah, I like
because
that. Because
you see Santa's face. He's like, uh-oh, you caught me. Either that or he's eating a cookie. I don't know. I mean, it could be a cookie.
Knowing how his operation runs, it could be both.
You caught me eating a cookie. Ha ha ha.
And someone heard the word
cookie. Okay, before I'm going to color my belt. This is a brand new pen. So, you gotta get it started. Get the ink flowing. There we go. Very nice. Actually, up against the ribbon and down the side there. And also right against where the brick is. Because I don't really want to have to. And I don't even know that the wide tip would fit in there. So better to get in there with the fine tip. Go over the wide parts and then I'll come back in with the fine. Did you see that? I messed it up. So I can try to take it off. If it was resin, no problem. I'd just be able to wipe it off. But since this is not resin, it may or may not come off the way I want it to. Well, that worked actually. Okay. I'm afraid. I'm afeared. I'm just going to come in and finish it off with my fine tip. And if it takes a few more passes, it takes a few more passes. But I'd rather do that than have to clean it up. And then the green. Now, I like this pen because this pen has your fine tip and it has this side. And this side is a brush tip, which to me makes it easier to color. Unfortunately, this pen is not a brush tip. I got this pen from Hobby Lobby and it's a dual gold chrome pen and it's alcohol based, which is probably explains why it cleaned up well using the alcohol. Okay, and that, I'm going to call that good for what it is. I did make some messes. If you saw me clean it up on the other side, I did it with a little bit of alcohol. This side one didn't come out right away. So I just took my craft blade, my blade, and I scraped it. Now this is Mix2Mold and it hasn't been sealed yet. So you scrape it right off. Boom, gone, done. Okay, so that's that. Those two are done. Gold goes away. Green goes away. Now I want to try. I was going to try doing the grout lines with the white, but it doesn't quite fit. And I don't feel like messing with it too much. Still got a little bit of green on this brick here. Wow, he's cute. It's very cute. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I'm not bothering to seal them yet. I'm going to seal everybody all together. And I might do another pass with the green on the chimney because I see some spots that still a little bit, I can still see the red through it. So I might. But in the meantime, we'll let it sit there and let it continue to dry because remember, it is not, although it was enough to take out of the mold, it's not completely dry yet. It's going to take a good 24 hours to dry completely. But that's okay. Oh, by the way, there's our puppy print. There are a couple of bubbles in it, but I'm okay with that. Next up is the kid. She's going to do some painting on our very, very, very jolly old elf. And then we will move on from there. I will see you soon. Okay, kid's gonna get ready to paint our jolly old elf, but I don't have anything that we could paint his face with. So she's going to have to mix her own. She's using a
Makeup palette.
Yeah, makeup palette.
Just bloop.
Taking the colors that she wants, and she's going to mix it with our Duraclear Gloss Varnish by Deco Art. I just picked that up at Michael's. They do have it on Amazon, though, I believe.
They have a lot of stuff on Amazon that's also at Michael's, to be fair.
But check your prices because they aren't always
the same.
Comparable. Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah, it does. Now, if you don't have that, you could use Minwax. Use anything, really. Of course, you know, they have the J. Diction gloss sealer or matte sealer. That would work. And yes, when we're done with all of these, they're going to get spray coated with, Rust-Oleum 2 times clear. Okay, I think that's, because it's not very much.
Yeah. There's not very much skin tone. The majority is the red.
So do the face first, and then you can add whatever color you want to do his nose.
Right.
Because your
face and are the hands gloves?
The hands are gloves.
Oh, yeah. We could just like Sharpie that in. Honestly.
Yeah, we'll do the black.
Now I'm thinking I did way too much in there, but oh well.
It's okay.
Could I use this to mix it or no? Should I use a mini
popsicle stick? You want the brush part or the
non-brush part?
Okay, so that one's non-brushed. Yeah.
Non-brushed.
Yeah, because I used it and then the thing came off, so I was like, okay, peel. Oh, I also have these are silicone. Where did it go?
So if you want to know what the clear sealer looks like.
Oh, well, it hasn't been used in a while, so yes, make sure you take off all your. This one's silicone on the. Oh, whatever. Up to you. They're available.
Oh, it's white.
Yeah, it's white.
Okay.
That's why I said it's going to lighten your tone a little bit. So make sure you mix it.
I used this, I guess.
Okay.
Beep, 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 beep.
Because you can always add more color or more sealer depending on what you're looking for. Now, basically what she's doing is she's making her own color paint because that's what gloss varnish. Hello. That's actually a nice beigey skin tone color.
Beigey.
Do you need a little bit more, another drip of? Or are you good?
Yeah.
Maybe another drip.
Me do.
Okay.
That was a
That
lot.
was more than a drip. Oops.
Oopsies. Get it incorporated.
Kids Incorporated. Kid Incorporated.
Ha 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 ha, you're funny.
I know, but looks aren't everything.
What are you talking about?
And if you want to use this to paint with, because it's fuzzy.
Because
it be fuzzy.
Weren't they the same thing? And then the fuzzy came off?
Yes, the fuzzy came off. Peels off. So then you can use the silicone part too. Or, I don't know if it's silicone. It might be just, plastic, but it's soft enough.
Can't they just try to use the...
You gotta do it under the camera, Bubba. Don't worry about the eyes. We can color it in with pen later.
Because it's 3D, so...
Yep, the eyes stick out quite prominently. So it's quite easy to go over him with...
Mini brush. I've been abandoned.
You have not been abandoned.
This is not working the way I thought it would.
Why?
It's like splotchy.
You might have to do more than one pass. So unfortunately, that's what happens with paint when you're doing... That's what, like with my bell over there.
I am aware that the people cannot see. However, if I let them see, then I cannot see. So, in terms of getting this done, what's more important?
I mean...
Okay, now look.
Okay, is that all the skin you needed?
Isn't it? Because we're just gonna... I can do the nose in the same color.
It's fine, unless you want to add... Just throw a little pink in the... we could throw some of this in that.
I guess. Or we could not.
No. We could totally do it. Totally. If I can open the bottle. Oh, it's a turn.
Yes, it is a turn, Mom.
Are you done with that?
Yeah, I think so. Look.
So go ahead and...
I guess. And if you don't recognize this, it's the fake makeup from the Project MC Squared Ultimate
Is that what
Spy
it
Bag.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I was like, oh look, there's pink color in there, and okay. That I didn't realize that's what it's from. Fake makeup?
Yeah, it's meant as fingerprint powder.
Aha! But yeah, it turned the color.
Yep. Nose. Rosy nose. This micro brush hates me on a personal level.
On a personal level.
It wants me to die.
Does it really, Belle?
Whispering to me, kid, die.
It's disturbing. A little bit.
How's that looking?
Yep. Okay.
There you go, people. I painted his nose.
All right. So then.
Santa the red-nosed elf man.
So then. I'm just going to ignore all of that. Just completely ignore. Okay. So then you want Santa's clothing. So this is the part that I was concerned about. See under here, under his beard comes to a point. Right? Mm-hmm. Right above where the belt buckle, which is fine. We'll just do that with a pen. Mm-hmm. But right here is clothes. And right here is clothes. And that's red. You're going to have to paint that red.
Okay.
Take right here and right here. But you're going to have to use a fine pen. Fine.
Do you have a red pen?
Let's check. Hold on.
A little while later.
We've decided rather than mixing,
we're using the Sharpie creative marker because when I was mixing, I noticed it was chunky. So,
I mean, you could have done it in...
I am, like, I say that you're not patient. I am also not patient. So, no one's patient here, so we're all losing.
All of us?
Yes, including them. They want me to get on with it already.
Okay. All right.
Right, people? Comment below. I take too long, right? Right? Tell me I take too long, right? Okay.
I think you might want to go the other way. Because of the way the folds are in the material. Yeah, just don't color his fuzzies. The fuzzies have to be white, like his beard and his mustache and his hair.
Yeah, luckily, a lot of this thing is supposed to be white. So, I mean, a lot of his outfit is supposed to be. Guys, I so know what I'm doing.
And if anybody believes that, I have a bridge to sell you.
A bridge?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
The Brooklyn Bridge. I have a bridge in Brooklyn. To sell you.
Alrighty, Mom.
You've never heard that before? Kids these days, people. Kids these days.
Kid this day.
Kid this day. That's true. Oh, I have the black one for your gloves.
Yippee. I will say this is definitely a lot easier than painting it because the mixing up the paint, it also had to deal with some chunkage. That is the scientific term.
Chunkage. Okay. I mean, but the difference is we used makeup for the first part. If you use the Rolio, the mica powder, which is also makeup.
It would have been shiny and pretty, but I'm lazy. And also, I wanted it to not look chunky and weird. I could tell that from mixing up the first one that it wasn't turning out how I wanted it.
So frustration. Thy name is Kid. Frustrated. Thy name is Kid.
Yeah, frustration. Thy name is weird little makeup palette with chunks in it. Honestly, yeah, it's the chunks that I'm upset with, not the makeup itself. Actually, the chunks are the makeup itself, so I am mad at the makeup. See, I have no evidence, but I think I might have ADHD.
Okay.
But look at the hat! It's a hat now!
It's perfect. It's perfectly hatful.
And his face is crusty.
No!
Look at it!
It's fine. I can fix it. Okay, so the sleeves, and...
Can I do the inside first?
Yep, you can do the inside first. Because it's going to be hard to do the sleeves. You're going to have to hold him from the sides.
Just need you guys to know that my knees hurt right now.
Kid is on my chair, on her knees, so that she can see that she is...
On camera.
On camera.
The things I do for you people. Why are you laughing?
I'm not.
You are totally laughing.
We are able to cast onto a second screen so we can tell if we're on camera or not.
Recently,
however,
that has not been working.
Yeah. And I don't know if it has to do with the screen or the app.
It might have to do with the phone from 2015. No, more like 2020. But either way, it's an older phone.
That's what I did. The screen.
That is
the other phone. The other phone. The other screen is an old phone from the early 20s.
That sounds wrong.
What? 2020, 2021, 20... Not like the roaring 20s. That's different.
Yeah. The roaring with the AW. Roar.
Okay. Roar.
That's the sound a dog makes, right?
Okay.
I have not let go.
You know.
I see where the urge to hold it close to your body comes in.
Yes. It's easier when you're closer to your chest. And if you're having to double check the screen every once in a while, that's when I go bloop. Oh, I didn't mean to color that.
Look at that. The hat's dry enough for me to be doing other stuff.
I love it.
Yippee.
If you had done paint, you would not be able to do that.
Yippee for Sharpie Creative Markers. Everyone go buy them. Not sponsored. Okay.
Not sponsored, but if you're paying attention.
Okay, Mom.
Do you know what I heard? I heard that Sharpie makes a pen/pencil. I can't tell if it's a pen or a pencil that will write on a silicone mold and it will stay. Not permanently, but longer than any other.
Like, it's a Sharpie.
Yeah, but I've written on my molds with Sharpie before.
No, what I mean is Sharpie typically
Typically, well, Sharpie intentionally made this. It's for tough jobs, for stuff that, is going to get dirty, is going to, like construction site jobs, I guess. But apparently it works on
silicone.
At least for a while. I mean, definitely longer than any other pen.
Then it would, then if it any.
That's why the kid does editing. Because words are hard.
Unfortunately, I did get some in areas that I shouldn't have, but for the most part.
But that's easy to fix. That is an easy fix. Want to see? Are you going to do his hands? Oh.
Inside of the belt.
Inside the belt is red, but the belt is the actual buckle is black.
Mm-hmm.
And his gloves are black.
Because that's how we're doing it today.
Yep.
And if you want to argue with me, the comments are open. I'm so good at engagement bait, it borders on rage bait.
Merry Christmas! You can't see it, but she's smiling. It seems like she's not, but she totally is.
Pepsi, are you hearing this?
Pepsi is sleeping.
Well, that'd be a no then.
He stole your pillow, by the way, and he is curled up on it.
At least he's happy.
He is happy, because he's a happy puppers. Huh, puppy? Yeah?
But by the way, guys, our happy puppy has a gray whisker.
Oh, yeah, he does. Okay. So let me see.
Woo, Demon Santa.
What?
Look at the eyes, they're white.
How you want to fix it? Do you want to color it?
Probably just make them black and then do.
Go ahead.
My knees are in so much pain. Oh no.
Oh no,
disaster.
What did you do? What?
Emo Santa.
AI Santa.
Not we support real artists in this house.
Oh wait, is it dry? It's not dry.
It's not dry yet. We're just gonna.
Thank you for your help. Do you want to see how I fixed your oopsies?
I'm gonna pet my puppy, but you can show me when you're done.
Okay. Oh wow! You oopsied all over his nose and his.
I oopsied all over
mustachio.
I oopsied on his. I am the epitome of oopsie.
Okay, so the Sharpie Creative Marker, you can try with the alcohol all you want. That's not going to work. So I just go in with my blade and scrape off the color that we don't want there. So in this case, it's the black from the eye that got on the mustache.
That's how bad I messed up. Just to cut his face off.
I'm not cutting his face off.
Cut his mustache off?
No, I'm simply, like giving him a trim. Think of it as Santa went to the barber.
That sounds really bad.
Does it?
Because Santa got corona.
Oh, you want to sing it?
No.
Oh. But the black is already dry, so we'll do the dots for the eyes. Where do you want it? Do you want white dots or do you want like a blue?
White dots.
White dot. 2?
Yeah.
1 in the center.
One a little bit up and to the side.
1 in the center.
Little eye shine.
1 up and to the side. We need white paint.
White
paint. White paint. Do I have any in the paint drawer?
Let me look. Multi-surface acrylic paint satin cotton ball.
That works. Because that would be easier to
do the bottom part.
Fix those, little bit of errors. And we will just not get it on my finger. That was helpful. Small brush. I don't want to use a big brush because flickage. We don't want.
That is a scientific term.
That is absolutely a scientific term. Okay, let's do his puffball first. I don't know if you can see that, but that is covering the red over color quite well. And like I said, all of this is going to get spray sealed The question is, kid, should we spray seal Santa before we attach him to our top, or just go ahead and spray seal him on the top?
I would say wait until you're spray sealing everything.
So glue him to the top first.
Yes, because when you spray seal stuff, if you want to attach it to something else, you have to rough out the part that you're attaching.
Correct.
Right? So if you just stick it on as is, it should be fine.
Okay, and we decided we were going to glue him on or resin him on. He's kind of heavy for glue.
If you want to do resin, just do resin.
Although neither piece is shiny, and if we put resin on,
yeah, that's why I was thinking either
E6000.
Yeah, because you have the one that's white, right?
I do have white E6000, yes.
So if you use that, it should be fine.
Okay, and you notice I'm not brushing it, I'm dabbing it because
you're better.
It's very textured. It's very textured. So if I try to brush it, it's going to flick all over the place in places we don't want it, or go up where it's not supposed to be. So if I dab it right where the red meets the white, and any over paint will just get covered. Dab, dab. Dab, 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 dab. You can hear the dab, dab, dab. Dab, 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 dab. Or, we could fast forward it through any unnecessary sounds.
Fast forward.
A little bit of dabbing on the hat too, because it's just right. It's a pen. So you're going to get some. I don't think it bled, but it's a brush pen. So, look what I did. I just put a little white where the red is supposed to be. But that's okay because.
It's snow.
No, because there were a couple. I noticed on the jacket, there are a couple of spots where they should have been red, and they were like, I don't know. Are we running out of pink ink? There we go.
Did you hear that? She just said that I failed my task.
I did not. I absolutely did not say that. And if anybody heard me say that, they should probably seek medical attention, because that is not what I said.
I already have a therapist, and I'm seeing him in 2 weeks.
I'm an audiologist, but okay, if you want to go therapy, go ahead. Yep. See? Dot, dot. See? They're just little. If anything, that's probably a micro bubble right there. And that's why. And then the other white spot was on the bottom part, which had not been. You didn't turn it over, so. Yeah, no, it's perspective. I don't know, kid. What do you think?
I'm pinned.
You pinned.
Really
pinned you again.
Pinned you again. Look.
Pebs, you got sister pinned again.
He just pressed his chin down into my stomach. Like, do not get up or I will bite you.
He said, I'm cool. I'm comfy. Stay.
You are my pillow and you serve no further purpose.
You're a pillow. You're my pet. You're my pillow pet.
It's a pillow. It's a pet. It's a pillow pet.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave him like that because, yeah. And later on, I might actually go ahead and fix his eye again, but I don't know. What do you think? Come look. See, look, come on.
A little bit, but it's cute.
I can fix the eye. I can go back to black and then.
No, it works. It works. I mean, who else is gonna be sneaking in your house?
No, we're not supposed to scare the children. No scaring the kids. Wait, maybe I could.
Burglar!
I mean, if your ring didn't go off and then you find a bearded man by your fireplace on Christmas Eve, chances are he's Santa Claus. But just in case, you might want to let mom and dad know. Just saying. Okay. I painted the eye. I did the dots in paint. So, yeah. Okay. So, that's smooth. And we're going to bring him here. And like that. Where is my white E6000? There it is. Hardly ever use it because I bought it by accident. Yes, I did.
But now it has a purpose.
I mean,
Thank you, white E6000. Thank you. I am so funny.
Uh-huh.
That Pepsi's trying to choke me out.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
If you slide that paw one more time, I'm going to throw you.
No.
He's putting his paw on my throat.
He does that to me all the time. It's like, don't move. Sand him down a little bit because where I had broken off the pieces, it was still a little sharp. So I just gave him a little bit of sand right around that edge. Okay, so I'm going to put my E6000. I'm going to go around, not too close to the edge because when I press it down, it's going to spurt. And I'm going to put some in the center. And we put him right coming up. Oh, put him kind of smack dab in the center. You think he's centered? Oh boy, I slid him. Centered?
could be a little further right, but most.
I'm sorry, right?
Right?
Wrong.
No, like
He's right or you're right?
you're right. This is such a coherent conversation, and it's so easy to follow.
Okay, anybody who knows me knows that if I need to find out which side is my left, I have to go like this. So when I say left, you need to go point in a direction. But I asked the right question, my left or his left, because he's facing me. So
But I think, like, recently I figured it out because I tend to say left, right. Rarely do I ever say right, left. And I, speak English. So left to right. So when you say left, right, the first one is on the left. And when you're reading left, right, that's on the left.
uh-huh. Didn't you
That's
take
cool.
Japanese?
What?
Didn't you take Japanese?
We don't talk about that.
I said Japanese, not Bruno. All right, so he's done. That is what he's going to look like when he's finished drying. And then I'm going to spray seal everybody. So they're not going to be matte anymore because my spray sealer is shiny. I'm going to go another pass with my green pen so that we don't see any red, which is really, I mean, you know what? That gold marker, this one here, I wasn't holding out much hope for, but I did one pass and you cannot see any red through that. So I'm going to give that one a, 2 thumbs up. My green I need to redo because I can see red in certain areas, but that's probably user error more than anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that glue set and then and do that and spray seal everything, and we will give you some final pictures, and that be it. So thanks for joining us here in the game room. I had fun. I tried something new, and it worked. And the kid joined in too. So yay! It's a Christmas miracle. There you go. Thanks for joining us in the game room. In the meantime, don't forget to play. Bye.